Have you ever felt like you're spinning your wheels? You're working hard, but you're not making progress? Maybe you've set goals, you've made plans, but somehow you're stuck in the same place. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. But here's the hard truth. The barriers holding you back aren't external. They're built on the lies that you've accepted as truth. Now, some of these lies sound reasonable. They may even sound logical. And in some cases, they're lies that you don't even realize that you're telling yourself. But they're keeping you stagnant. They are making you second guess yourself and ultimately stopping you from making real progress. Today, we're exposing 6 of the biggest lies keeping you stuck. Once you recognize them, you'll be able to break free. And finally, start moving toward what you actually want. Lie number 1. I need to be motivated first. Waiting for motivation before you start is like waiting for perfect weather before you go outside. It's unreliable, it's inconsistent, and it's not what creates success. Motivation is a great starter, but a horrible finisher. How many times have you said, I'll start when I feel ready? But the truth is, motivation is not what gets you started. Action is. You might be asking, why does this keep me stuck? Motivation is an emotion, which means it comes and goes. And if you rely on it, you will always find excuses. This is why successful people don't rely on motivation, they rely on discipline. Look at Kobe Bryant. I'm sure that Kobe didn't wake up every day feeling motivated. He had days when he was tired, unmotivated, and drained, but he trained anyway. And because he wasn't chasing motivation, he in turn built discipline. So how do we shift from motivation to momentum? Number 1, create a discipline-first mindset. Set non-negotiable habits. Make action a part of your identity, not something you do when you feel like it. Number 2, lower the activation energy. For some, getting started is the hardest part. So if getting started is the hardest part, why not make it easier? Lay out your gym clothes the night before. Write 1 sentence to break writer's block. Set a 5-minute timer to start cleaning your house. All right, as soon as this timer goes off, I'm not even gonna think about it, I'm gonna get up. And for some, not only can you use 5 minutes to start, but you can also tell yourself that I'm going to use 5 minutes of action. Okay, I know I don't really feel like doing this, but I can do it for 5 minutes. I can do anything for 5 minutes. And what ends up happening is a lot of times once you get into it, you'll work past 5 minutes. Lie number 2, I just need more time. Everyone has the same 24 hours. There's not a special clock for the successful. All of us have the same 24 hours. So when you look at people that are successful, it's not that they have more time than you, it's that they use it better. And I submit this thought to you. Time is never the problem. If time were really the problem, how is it that some people build businesses, get in shape, or master a skill? The reason is because it's not about time, it's ultimately about focus. So why does this lie keep us stuck? Time expands to fit what you allow. Oh, Lord. If you don't set clear priorities, distractions will fill your day. And whenever you say, I don't have time, really what you're saying is, I haven't made this a priority. People often confuse busyness with progress. But just because you're always doing something doesn't mean that you're moving forward in life. And so we have to make the decision to no longer tell ourselves this lie. How do we do it? We focus on priorities, not just tasks. The first way to do this is to use the priority filter. Before you say yes to anything, ask, will this actually move me forward, or will this just make me feel productive? Number 2 is to use the 80-20 rule. Identify 20% of tasks that create 80% of your progress. Then cut or minimize the rest. Number 3, schedule your priorities first. Instead of squeezing in what matters, block out time for it before anything else. If you're someone that says this lie all the time, I challenge you to audit your next 24 hours. Identify 3 unnecessary tasks that you can cut and replace them with something that will actually move you forward to what you're trying to accomplish. Lie number 3, I'll start when I have more confidence. Come a little closer. I want to tell you a secret. Don't tell nobody. Confidence comes from doing. And ultimately, it's built, not given. Many believe the lie that confidence is something you need before you take action. Oh, as soon as I get my confidence up, I'll start putting content out there. This couldn't be further from the truth. Confidence is the result of keeping your word, keeping your promises to yourself, and taking action even when you're unsure. Think about it. When you first learned to drive, you weren't confident at all. When I first learned to drive, I was gripping the steering wheel with all my might. I wasn't confident at first, but with repetition, I got better. And the same is for you. Confidence comes from competence, and competence comes from taking action. So this third lie keeps us stuck because if we wait to feel confident before starting something, we never start. Every expert started as a beginner. The difference is they took imperfect action despite their doubts. So how do you take imperfect action? First, realize that confidence grows with the small wins. Take one small step, then another. And each action you take ultimately will build that trust that you have in yourself and in your ability to get it done. Number 2, lower the risk of failure. Take some of the pressure off of yourself. Instead of thinking, I have to be great at this, think, all I have to do is show up. And the trick is, the more you show up, the better you get. Number 3, reframe fear if it comes. Don't allow yourself to ask the wrong question. What if I fail is the wrong question. The better question is, even if I fail, what will I learn? If you're struggling with this lie, I challenge you to do something today. I know you don't feel ready, but let's go. Let's do it today. Even if it's imperfect, even if it's messy, let's take the first step. Lie number 4, I can do this alone. Success isn't a solo journey. Success is a team effort. The highest achievers in life surround themselves with a hedge of accountability. They have coaches, they have mentors, they have groups that challenge them. Why does the I can do it alone mindset keep us stuck? Simply put, the lone wolf mentality leads to overthinking, procrastination, and burnout. Another thought is without external accountability, it's easier to let yourself off the hook. So in order to combat this, we have to find the right support system. Join a mastermind group or a community. You can also get an accountability partner where you check in with each other on a weekly basis, or even hire a coach or a mentor. If you struggle with this lie, I challenge you to identify one trusted source that you can share your goals with this week that will help you remain accountable. Lie number 5, I need to be perfect. Perfectionism is fear pretending to be ambition. I'm gonna let that sink in for a moment. Many delay action not because they are improving something, but because they are afraid to fail. But we tell ourselves, it has to be better before I put it out. This keeps us stuck because the longer we wait to launch, the longer we delay our results. Perfection is an illusion. Nothing starts perfectly. It evolves through action. And in order to overcome this lie, you're going to have to choose progress over perfection. Start by setting a launch deadline. Ready or not, I'm going live on this day. I'm starting this habit on this day. And once you set the deadline, adopt the version 1.0 mindset. I'm going to get it out and I can improve it as I go. This is 1.0 and there are many iterations to come. If you're struggling with this lie, go ahead and launch one thing that you've been waiting for, even if it's imperfect. Lie number 6, it's too late for me. I want to say this in love. But you're not running out of time. You're running out of excuses. And because you're running out of excuses, you're choosing the excuse that it's too late for you. Success has no age limit. Colonel Sanders started at 65. Stan Lee created Spider-Man at 40. Vera Wang didn't even enter fashion until 40. This lie keeps us stuck because believing it's too late makes you quit before you even start. And in order to overcome this lie, you're going to have to reframe your timeline. One of the reasons it feels like it's too late for you is because you're struggling with the comparison mindset. You're looking at everybody else. But success isn't linear, and success isn't boxed into our way of thinking. It doesn't have to roll itself out in the same manner for every single person. And I'll even go as far to say it won't, and that's the beauty of it. And if you're sitting here and you're watching me, I have to let you know that you're still here. You still have time, but you're also losing it every minute. The question is, will you use it? Or will you just sit on your blessed assurance saying it's too late for me? I'm just going to wait until God takes me up to glory. And I want you to take one step today that your future self will thank you for. If you didn't still have something in you, you wouldn't be here. If your mission was accomplished, you would have already passed on. But the fact that you're here is an indication that there's still something inside of you. And I'll even go as far as to say, if you are older in life, this generation needs your wisdom. And there's a chance that you could be guiding someone else through the challenges that you've overcome. So make a decision to be resourceful and useful. These 6 lies have held you back, but they don't have to anymore. You're not stuck because you're incapable. You're stuck because of what you believe. And if you could begin to change your beliefs, if you can begin to update your software, you will change your life and the lives of others. And here's my challenge to you. Comment below, which lie are you breaking free from today? Now go along and take action. If you like this video, share it with someone who needs it. Always remember that growth is a journey, it's not a destination. I'm in it with you, and I'll see you on the next one.